Alright guys, welcome to the second module of this training and this training system. Alright, so I will do a little recap and then we'll go deep and deeper. Alright, let's go. So yes, in our last class I tried to explain the idea of this concept. I said once it comes to trading the financial market, be it forex, crypto, synthetics, stock, any market at all, right, that is financial, the most important thing you want to look out for is liquidity, all right, because liquidity is what moves the market. And so your job as a trader would be to find these liquidities, right, and then trade from there. Now, a candle sweep is a form of liquidity. Somebody asked this yesterday that how do I find liquidity then? And I said this trading system is made or is built from the liquidity concept. What do I mean? Every candle sweep, high or low candle sweep, is a liquidity grab. All right. So once a new candle that is forming takes out the high or the low of the previous candle, depending on the momentum of the market, whether it's bullish or bearish. Once the high or low is taken out, then that that movement is called a sweep and it is called a liquidity. All right, it is called what? A liquidity. So now, once we're able to identify this liquidity, our job would be to trade from there. I hope this makes sense. So this system is built around liquidity. All right, so let me show you guys by a practical example. There's a trade I gave to my signal group this morning. Let me find the trade. So I just show you guys my practical example. All right, so this is a trade here. Let me delete all of this. Let me delete all of this. Let me delete all of this. All right, so just pay attention. Let me take all of this out. Yeah, so this is out. This is out. Let me show you practically how this works. So I told you from our yesterday class that I'll be working with just two time frames, all right? And I told you, since I am the one teaching you, you are to use the daily time frame, which is your higher time frame for analysis, and also you are to use the M15 time frame for your entry or execution. So we are working with two time frames here: the daily time frame and then the M15 time frame. All right. So we'll apply this concept now in the real market. So I'll go to daily time frame. Now this is a crypto pair that I trade. I saw this move this morning and I quickly understood what was happening in the market. So let me delete this. Like if you understand this system, it will change your game forever. Like no cap. Alright, so alright, so I came on this morning. I came up this morning and then I can see this move. So here, look at this place, right? Uh, so okay, let me change this. I don't like this. All right, so look at this candle, this big black candle. As soon as I saw this big black candle on Friday, I knew that we are going for a downtrend. So on Saturday we had this candle. On Sunday we had this candle. Now all of these candles did not give me a sweep. So since there was no sweep here, you know, this from this black candle, from this place, all right. Now, since I did not get a sweep, I just knew that there was no opportunity for me to trade. All right, there was no opportunity for me to trade on this pair. So all I have to do was to just keep watching and keep waiting. Now, this morning I woke up and then I opened the chart. I went straight to this pair and then I saw this move. Take a look at this move, guys. You can see, like I explained yesterday, you can see that this candle has what? Has swept the high of this previous candle. So let me show you guys. All right, so see here. So look at this candle wick. You see, can you guys see that? So this candle what has swept the high of this previous candle, and so this is a perfect sweep, and this is a perfect liquidity example in the market. So once I see this action in the market on the daily time frame, all I have to do is simple. I just scroll to my 15 minutes time frame and execute. All right, so I just scroll 15 minutes time frame and execute. So this is the line. Let me stretch it out very well. So as soon as I saw this, let me get this out. As soon as I saw this liquidity taking, all I have to do was to wait for my confirmation model, which I will explain to you guys in subsequent videos. I marked it out, and then I knew that I marked it out. That's a church. I would explain all of this together. As soon as I saw this movement, clearly I just marked out my demand zone, my supply zone, sorry, and then I set my entry there. As I put my entry here, and then I just took it a little bit above the high, and then I just targeted a very small target, and I targeted this low point here. I will explain all of this to you guys later. I will explain all of this to you guys. So you see, I targeted this low, and you can see how the market, although this trade did not take us in. Why? Because our entry was a little bit higher, so we were not tagged in on this trade. But you can see how accurate and perfect this is. You can see just how accurate and perfect this is. I gave this trade to my signal group. Let me show what for I gave this trade here, you know, I gave the trade here. Okay, it's not showing it, but you see how this works, right? As soon as I saw the daily candle sweep, I just switched down to my M15 for entry model, and you can see how it just gave us a perfect risk to reward. All right, but I'll explain all of this in subsequent videos. So for now, let's just go back to learning. All right, I hope this is clear. You see how it makes perfect sense, right? All right, so this is what you guys will be doing. Once you understand the system, it is super simple and it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so that this is how this concept works. It is pretty simple and straightforward. All right, so let's go deeper. So we're using two time frame, the daily time frame and the M15 time frame. The daily time frame is our higher time frame, which is for analysis. The M15 is our lower time frame, which is for execution. You can't use one time frame for everything. You need to use two time frames. So let's go. Also, I actually mentioned something. I said our job here is we are focusing on candlestick formation and not on some complex market structure. We're just following the candlestick as they are forming. So this is a bearish candle, right? So I can see one, two, three, four bearish candles. My job is to just watch out for these candles and find a sweep. Once I see a sweep, I just execute. It's as simple as that. Okay, so now for you to effectively understand this system, there are very few crucial concepts, and I will explain them carefully. All right, so I will take my time to explain these concepts, in our subsequent classes, so that you can understand how they work and how you can use them to make your trading system effective. All right, so let's go. So the first one is you want to understand what a valid pullback is. Another one is you want to understand what a shift of character is. I will explain all of this. And then you also want to understand order flow, and you also want to understand how to draw a valid order block. Order block, which is called OB order block, right? So how to draw a valid order block, I will teach you all of this in our subsequent classes. Now for the entry model, after we have our daily sweep, which is our daily time frame analysis, after we see the sweep on the daily candle, we switch to the lower time frame, which is our M15, and then we find a church. Now this church simply means change of character. I see here. It's one of the concepts I will teach you guys. It says understand what a change of character, a church is. So on the lower time frame, what we're looking for is a church. Once we find a church on the lower time frame, we mark the order block or order flow. So you see why I have to explain all of this to you guys, right? Order flow, order block. So once we see a church on the lower time frame, which is our M15 time frame, we mark the order block or we mark the order flow, and then we set our entry there. You can have any target, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, depends on your experience. For me, I particularly use 1 to 2.5, 2.5, or sometimes 1 to 3, and so you learn all of these in our other classes. All right, so let's put all of this together. So once you have identified your higher time frame, which is like your daily time frame, so our higher time frame here is our daily time frame, right? Once you've identified your higher time frame, your job is to what? Is simply monitor the formations of the candle. I told you guys we don't have issues with market structure or all of those complex stuff, right? All we are after here is just simple, the formations of the candles. Now, what I mean by candle formation, let me give you a very practical instance. Once I see a 1 or 2 or even 3 bullish candles, what I want to do next is wait for the bottom sweep, and then I would switch to my lower time frame for execution using the church entry model. Let me explain this again. Once we go to our daily time frame for analysis, our job is to just what? Monitor the candlestick formations, right? Now, how do I know a very valid candlestick formation? It's practically very simple. I just have to see 1 or 2 or 3 candles, either bullish candles or bearish candles. Let me show you by example what I mean. So let's use this for an instance. Where's my play bar? Let's find something. Let's find one. Let's find a very valid one. Okay, cool. So let's use this. Let's use this. Alright, so take a look at this. Let me take it out. Take a look at this. Take a look at this move. So let's see all this move from this point. And all of this move. All of this move. You see, right? Now, inside this circle, you can see what? Bullish candles. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see what? 4 bullish candles. So once I see 2, if I see 2 or 3, or I don't know, once I see like 2 candles, 2 bullish candles, right? I just know that the market is going in an uptrend. According to this system, please pay attention here. I'll take this again. Once I can find 2 bullish candles, right, or 2 bearish candles, I can safely and easily identify the flow of the market at that particular point in time. So for in this instance, we can see 3 bullish candles, 1, 2, in fact even 4, right? Now, once I see 2 candles, I want to find the sweep of the low. So for a bullish trend or for a bullish candle formation, our sweep would be the bottom. Let me explain this. So I said here, once I see 1, 2, 3 bullish candle, I want to wait for what? For the bottom sweep. Alright, so for a bullish trend, you want to wait for the bottom sweep. Now take a look at this. Yeah. Now pay attention here closely. So you can see take this out. So you can see after this first candle, this second candle has given me confirmation that this market is going for what? For an uptrend. So what I want to be looking out for next is what? Is a sweep of the low. For bullish movement, I want to see the sweep of the low. Alright? For bullish movement, I want to see what? The sweep of the low, not the high. The low, not the high. The low. For a bullish movement, I want to see the sweep of the low. How do I confirm a bullish movement? Once I can see two candles form. Once I can see two candles form, two bullish candles form, clearly to me, that is a bullish move. Now, from the third candle, I want to see what? A sweep of the low. So the first candle closed bullish, second candle closed bullish, the third candle opened, but it did not sweep any low. There was no sweep. It closed bullish. The fourth candle opened, also closed bullish. There was no sweep. So it means in these 4 days, I would not trade at all. All right. And I told you, I said, once the market doesn't give you a sweep, you cannot trade. Make any sense, right? So this makes your trading very, very mechanical. Takes out all the guessworks and leads you to a very perfect mechanical system. If I don't see A, I can't do B. And it saves a lot of drama and losses in the market. Makes sense, right? So now, on the 5th day, all right, what do I see? I see a what? A sweep. So you can see this candle's low was taken. The candle's bottom was swept. So you can see, right? So it means that on the first 4 days, there was no opportunity for me to trade. But on the 5th day, what happened? This is a perfect what? Opportunity. Now, the market is always like this. Some days, some weeks, you can get opportunities every day. Some weeks, you can get 1 or 2 opportunities. Some weeks, you will never get at all. But your job as a trader is to be what? Is to be patient. If the market gives you an opportunity, you execute without hesitation. Or if the market doesn't give you anything, what do? You fold your hands and hold your bill. Does that make any sense? Cool. So that's how it works. So on the 5th day, what do we see? We see what? We see a sweep here, right? Now, this sweep is giving us what? A clear confirmation that, hey, guys, you can come in now and make money. So once I see a bottom sweep, because this is a bullish move, right? I said for every bullish move, I want to see a sweep of the low, not the high. A sweep of the low, not the high. Let me take that again. For a bullish move, I want to see a sweep of the low and not the high. Please pay attention to this statement. For every bullish move, I want to see a sweep of the low, not the high. Once I see a sweep, now this candle swept the low of this previous candle. Once I can see this clearly, I know this is an opportunity to trade the market. Right? Does that make any sense? So once I see the bottom as it swept, I will just switch to my 15 minutes time frame and find my entry model there. All right, now let me say this also. Just because you are seeing a sweep on your analysis time frame doesn't mean your entry time frame will give you a trade opportunity. If you don't get a confirmation on the lower time frame, you won't do anything as well. So the first stage is to what? First see the opportunity present itself, and then you will now scroll to the lower time frame to execute. If your lower time frame does not give you the opportunity to trade, you still cannot enter this trade. So right now you are looking for what? Two confluences. The first confluence is that the higher time frame would give you the opportunity to analyze, which would be the sweep. Then the lower time frame, which would give you the execution, would give you the model to trade with. So if these two time frames doesn't give you anything, you cannot trade. If one gives you and the other one doesn't give you, you can't trade. In fact, without seeing a sweep on the daily time frame, you cannot go to M15. Please take note. Without seeing a sweep on the daily time frame for analysis, you cannot switch to the M15. I hope this is clear. So this is how I identify a bullish move. Once I can see 2 or 3 candles forming bullish, then I know this is a bullish move. And what I'm looking out for is that the next candle will sweep the bottom of the previous candle. Once that happens, once I see that sweep, I already told you what a sweep is, right? In our last class. If you don't know what a sweep is at this time, go back to the last class and watch it. When I see a sweep of the bottom, I would switch straight. I would instantly switch to my M15, and then I would find my entry model there. So I will teach you the entry model in our subsequent classes from now. I hope this makes sense. So this is what you do with this system. It is pretty simple and straightforward. All right. So once I see a 1, 2, 3 bullish candle, I want to wait for the bottom sweep. Bullish movement, bottom sweep. Bearish movement, top sweep. All right, please have this in mind. For a bullish movement, I want to see a bottom sweep of the previous candle. But for a bearish movement, I want to see a what? A top sweep. All right, let me show you this by example again. Let me show you this by example. All right, so take a look at this. What do we have here? We have, I said, once I can see a what? A 1, 2, 3 candle form, I already know where the market is going. Does that make any sense? Once I can see a 1, 2 candle form, now I've seen this one candle, this two candle, I already know that this is a bearish move. So my job will be to what? Will be to find a top sweep. Now look at this third candle here. This fourth candle swept the what? The high. For a bearish move, the sweep must be above, not below. The sweep cannot be below. But for a bullish move, the sweep must be below. A bearish move, the sweep must be above. A bullish move, the sweep must be below. Please watch this video as many times as possible and write these things down. I hope this makes sense. All right, that's all about that. All right, so once I see a 1, 2, 3 bullish candle, I wait for the bottom sweep. Once I see that bottom sweep for a bullish candle, then I will switch to my lower time frame for execution, and I will use the church entry model, which I will explain to you guys in our subsequent class. Also, once I see a 1, 2, 3 bearish candle, I want to wait for the top sweep, and then I will switch to what? To my lower time frame for execution using the what? The church entry model. It is as simple as this. All right, so this brings us to the end of today's class. Please watch this over and over and over till you understand this concept, because this is the foundation. All right, and I want you to understand this idea very well and very correctly. So I'll see you guys in the next class. Do enjoy your day, and I'm out.